I think I'll make a, what, the world didn't end what is today? The 22nd? The world didn't end yesterday, so it must be the 22nd. That's one of those deals where I couldn't really lose. It's like I was going to predict it would not end. You know, you'd look like a fucking hero. And then, if it did end, nobody would ever know. I finally cleaned this up a little bit, but, right, as we scan along and find like a syringe or something. Like shit used to be. Oh yeah, officer, I had a syringe in there. That's like, it's like, officer, Your Honor, my client simply found these drugs and was on his way to turn them in to the proper authorities at the time of his apprehension. My client simply found these drugs. I thought I'd make kind of a, what? Come on, man. Jeez. There you go. Kind of a Christmassy thing. I never really did the holidays much. Mainly because when there's that rooster again, I figured I'd give some relationship advice, you know. I've got like the most fucked up thing going on ever. Basically a guy eating out of a tin can on Christmas Day alone, you know. And you taking advice from the bastard. And when I was young, Christmas and holidays meant like I would have to be closer to my dad, and he was like, you know, that's gonna go off in 46 seconds, and I'll have a cup of hot. I'm just getting up. Did several songs. I did one yesterday. I made it sound sort of like an advanced garage band on purpose. A Green Day song. There was this kid that played that, what's the name of it? Oh, When September Ends, all the way through a rainstorm in Greece. And it's kind of neat. You know. The bastard will probably sue me for stealing his video or some shit to complete my Christmas experience, you know. But when I was younger, my dad, he was a smart guy, an engineer and a perfectionist. In a lot of ways, but I'm way over it now, but I mean, not pulling any punches. He was also kind of a fucking violent, psychopathic fucking asshole that would beat you at the drop of a hat. So, Christmas and holidays just meant I'd have to be like in close proximity to him, you know, and like be nearby where I could get beat on and shit or yelled at. So I learned young, like, you know, fuck everything to do with Christmas and the holidays. You know, I am starving too, so I'll guarantee you this one may not go on, probably won't go on long. You know, if I had myself together, I'd probably just go on ahead and spring that was a $6 tripod. I'll spring the extra 50 cents and get the deluxe $6, the $6.50 tripod. Is that, man, it's kind of lean, and oh well, it doesn't matter. Like this is the mark of production quality. Oh yeah, you know, pizza flavored chips are a thing. That was a phase. I love them still, don't get me wrong. In fact, there's some around here somewhere. There's another can. But I found a flavor I super much enjoy. Pringles Extreme. They're screaming dill pickle. This is like being fucking assaulted pleasantly by a goddamn pickle. It's just it don't sound right, but they are just so totally awesome. I was gonna maybe cook and talk a little bit, because I take aspirin a lot, one every 4 hours, mainly because I'm having so much fucking chest pain. Because I smoke so much, because I have this other problem. Anyway, wow, that's hot. I was thinking about relationships, you know, and I shied away, and I would from giving relationship advice at all. But redneck high tea. You know, it says everything eggnog tries to. This bastard is poor and thirsty, you know. I haven't given any relationship advice because, you know, how can you master something like that? I mean, there's stuff, you know, but I will tell you, on all of these, I'm just giving you some of my experience. I don't know too much about much. But in the immortal words of, what was it, Aristotle? I really am having a lot of chest pain. The only true knowledge or the only true wisdom or enlightenment is realizing you know nothing, so that would make me a fucking genius. I better take my aspirin. I just woke up. I did a bunch of Led Zeppelin songs. I'm sort of switching over from doing a couple of songs or a song every day or two and a video every day or two to marketing what I have. I went through my playlist the other night. There's out of like 30 in there's 10 that can stand up with anything in the world, you know, recording quality and artistically. That's really looking at them critically, wanting to, like, you know, find flaws and faults in them. But so, you know, in the next year, and I've had some dealings with all four of the major labels, not pleasant ones so far. I could give two shits, though. You know, I told one of the reps in the copyright publishing thing. We were talking, I don't know how it got back and forth, but anyway, I said, you know what, the way things are going, nobody needs a label. I'm not going to need a label. It would be cool to have your people do the marketing and do all this bullshit work, you know, the busy work, or the stuff that needs to be done, but that I don't want to do, you know, definitely. But, you know, within 5 years, I could be making $100,000 a year at this. And definitely next year, you know, I could have made like $2,000 or $3,000 this year. I haven't offered anything for sale, so that's my next target anyways, to put something up for sale. But I've gotten, you know, several hundred requests. Where can I buy this? Where can I download it? And like that. So even 100 would have been $1,000 at $10 a pop. That's $1,000 more than I have right now, you know. And so that's cool, but I kind of did the numbers, and I went to Social Blade and looked some numbers and everything. That is, of course, if YouTube's been deleting, they deleted 1 million videos yesterday. I think it was 1,300,000 yesterday. People gaming the system, upping their numbers and shit, falsely, and all kinds of bullshit. So, and that's kind of cool. But anyway, looking at the numbers within 5 years, I can easily do, you know, $50,000 to $100,000 a year, which, you know, hey, it's not like a fortune, but it's something. It's something. And so relationships, yeah, you know, the best thing. I'm not even cooking. Yeah, that involves like a guy opening up a can of fucking meat or something. I've already done this with this one once. This is red skin potato salad. It works with coleslaw too. But the best relationship advice, one of them was from this is just so the totally wrong Christmas special. I'm going to do another one probably. This is only 22nd, three more. Yeah, I'll do another one in 3 days. So that was my red skin potato salad. This is my red skin potato salad. And coleslaw works. And this is my can of white meat chicken. And you can guess what's going to happen next. But so these lesbians, I mean, it was actually, you know, good advice is good advice. I mean, your mileage may vary. You can take or leave this. And now I'm opening the can. There's a couple of lesbians that worked at this. I needed to go to a manufacturing brokerage early in my career for DVD and CD manufacturing. And I had a brokerage. For some reason I was going through them. Anyway, there were a couple of lesbians that worked there. Now, see, I opened the can. I'm pouring the gross juice out. And the pathetic thing. And there was a gorgeous lesbo there, a couple of them actually. They were in a relationship. I respected that. I never hit on either of them, but Joy, I think Joy actually was a porn star at one time too. Awesome. I mean, whoa. One of those lipstick lesbos. Anyway, I was in love with this. This is kind of going back to choices you make and stuff. And I was madly in love with this ballerina, this Korean girl who was just so full of shit and such a liar, you know. She wasn't available for the relationship and in the way I needed her to be available. I poured the meat into the, this is just so good, I can't wait. See what I mean? So you get potatoes and meat. And then when you're done, just lit it up, put it in there. I've already had one go at this. And these extreme chips, the dill pickle, I've been gaining a little weight again lately, which is great. Actually, I was losing too much, but they go great with it. So, can't resist. Anyway, I was in love with a girl, basically. The truth of the matter is she was not emotionally available for me or the relationship. And I waited for her and sought after her and tried to date her, and she would always pull this shit of like, if I had free studio time, she was Johnny on the spot there. If not, she's like, oh, real manipulative, you know. Oh, no, I can't see you this month. I'm busy. Bye-bye. You know, and I was like, what the fuck? I rarely got to see her, if ever, and she was supposed to be my girlfriend. Long story short, which is absolutely impossible at this point, this lesbian Joy, I was talking to her about, she goes, you know what? There are so many people who will be available for you in the way that you need them to be available for you, that's ridiculous. She goes, one of my first rules is I don't just pine away for people who aren't available anymore. And that comes down to choices. And you know, I mean, I was a kid. I didn't know anything, you know, like late 20s, early 30s, whatever. I mean, I actually dropped out of school for like a quarter. I was just so torn up over this Korean girl. You know, she was awesome, believe me. But that whole deal of choosing right to begin with, you know, and I think that's probably the best relationship advice I ever got was, you know, when you're, I mean, I kept waiting for this girl to come around, but, you know, you ever been making out with a girl and it's like, you're not really into it, but you still want to kind of sleep with her. She's kind of attractive, but, and you're kissing her, and it's not like you're really like making out with her, like, you know, like you're hungry for this bitch. You know, it's not like you're really trying to just get into it. It's like, yeah, I'll make out with her. That's how this chick did me, you know. And there are plenty of people who you will be the exact, you know, thing that they want. So, you know, it's the kind of thing where, and you have to believe in some level to do anything that you're worth it, you know, and that you are to be valued by others in that way. And you know, when I look back, as I really got into dating the Asian supermodels and shit, I mean, like my friend Paul said, I was just thinking about, I introduced him to a Filipino girl, and she was nice, ever so slightly pudgy, but hot. And then somehow he found the internet and drugs about the same month, you know. He was 10 years younger than me or something. I feel bad about that. Well, fuck, he had record deals and shit. I was producing him, so fuck him. He did his thing. Love you, Paul. Thanks for not stopping by ever. And anyway, you know, comparatively, and the way things work. So he met another girl that was so super fine, like, and, you know, literally like 18 or something. And I was going, so how's that going with your girlfriend, Isa, the Filipino girl, you know? And he, like, he was in his early 20s or something. He's full of excitement. He goes, oh man, this new bitch makes Isa look like a fucking pig. And Isa was, you know, an attractive, hot girl. And I was like, I guess it is all comparisons. But, you know, yeah, later I realized, like, the first Korean girl wasn't all that hot. But boy, it really cost me. But, you know, the point is that she just wasn't available for me in the way that I needed her to be available from day one, and I knew that, and I made this stupid, shitty choice to underrate and undervalue myself and think I would never meet another woman like that again, and oh my God, she's the only one. And the truth is, there's tons of people out there who will be absolutely available for you. So, I mean, as far as relationships go, that's all I can say is choose well. Don't choose bitches from psych wards, believe me. Stab wounds and shit. I'm not going to show you. But, you know, or bars, or that's like fishing in the toilet. So, I mean, fuck, you can take this or leave it. Who cares, you know? Well, I, you know, sort of care. But I guess as much as you can about random fuckers you meet on the internet, you know? It's like, hello, random friends. I've enjoyed actually a lot the people I've gotten to know a little bit, and it's like that old saying, yeah, my friends and stuff haven't dropped by or anything at all. A friend of mine, a real smart guy, he was like 80 something at the time and had been a Jesuit priest and all kinds of stuff. He and had been an alcoholic and a heroin addict and everything else, and was like 25, 30 years clean and sober. And he said to me one time, he said, it's always the same story, man. The people who care don't matter, and the people who matter don't care. That's such a great saying. The people I'd really like to come by, and the people I care about that matter so much, you know, they don't give a shit about what I'm doing or me. And the people that, you know, care about me sometimes, and I have to, and so I've been getting better at that, but they don't matter. You know what I mean? The people who care don't matter, and the people who matter don't care. It reminds me of Clerks. His last anecdote or metaphor or simile, when he goes up to the counter and he goes, my grandma used to say, like, I'm starving too. What's a good plate with nothing on it? Well, what does she know? She used to shit and piss on herself. Anyway, I got my tea. I gotta give this a name. It's like redneck salad or some shit. So yeah, those are my thoughts. I have no idea how long this is. So inappropriate kind. Oh man, get off that wire. I keep wire up there just because I was raised actually, you know, in a barn. Let's see, inappropriate endings. Pissed off rapper would have to be the best for today's purposes. Yo, Merry motherfucking Christmas and peace out, motherfucker.